Hello students, welcome back to your maths class. In the previous video, we were doing chapter number 14, statistics. We have started with exercise 14.1. Today we'll be doing questions ahead of it. Question number 3. This table has been given to you in the question. Here this shows the daily pocket allowance of children 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 90, so on up till 23 to 25. And this is the number of children having that allowance. 7 children are having allowance between 11 to 13, 6 are having between 13 to 15 and so on. This table has been given to you and it is also mentioned that the mean daily allowance is 18 rupees. It has been given in the question that mean allowance is equals to 18 rupees. Here see, one of the frequency is missing, frequency for 19 to 21. This is the missing value and we need to find this missing frequency. So how do we proceed? First of all, we have to add more columns into the table. How do we do that? Here we can take this value as x, we can take this value as fi, frequency we are taking as fi. Now next we have to find the mean value from 11 to 13, 13 to 15, and we have to find the mean value. This column is xi. See, how do we find the mean value or the mid value? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So this comes out to be 24 by 2, that is 12. So the mid value for this will be 12. Similarly, for year 13 to 15 we have the mid value as 14. For year 15 to 17 will be 16, then 18, then 20, and then 21, and last 20, 22, and last 24. So this is the mid value column. The next we have to find is fi into xi. See, here since the data values are small enough, so we can directly multiply them. So here we have fi into xi. This means we have to multiply both of these values. 7 into 12 is 84. 14 into 6 is again 84. 16 into 9 is 144. 18 into 13, when we multiply 18 and 13, we get 234. Then f into 20, we have 20f. 5 into 22, we have 110. 4 into 24, we have 96. Now we have to find the sum of the frequency column, which will be summation fi, and also we have to find the sum of the fi xi column. So this will be summation fi xi. When we add the values of the frequency column, we will get the value 44 plus f. And here we will get the value summation fi xi as 752 plus 20f. So this is our summation fi xi. Okay. Now we know formula for mean. X bar is equals to assumed mean. X bar is equals to summation fi xi upon summation fi. That means sum of all the observations upon total number of observations. So this comes out to be, we know the value of mean here is 18. Summation fi xi we have 752 plus 20f. And summation fi we have 44 plus f. So we have to solve this equation in order to find the value of f. So 18 into 44 plus f equals to 752 plus 20 f. On solving this, we get 792 plus 18f equals to 752 plus 20f. We can shift this value here and take all the variables on the other side. So 792 minus 752 equals to 20f minus 18f. 792 minus 52 we get as 40 and 20f minus 18 we get as 2f. So 40 divided by 2 will be the value of f. This implies the value of frequency is 20. So this implies that our missing value here in this column, in place of f we have 20. So this is our final answer. This was question number 3. Now we'll be doing question number 5. In question number 5, this is the table given to us in the question. Number of mangoes 50 to 52, number of boxes 15, 53 to 55 110, 56 to 58 135, 59 to 61 115, 62 to 64 25. Okay. Now if you see here, the class interval given to us here is not continuous. Here see, the upper limit of the first interval is not equivalent to lower limit of this interval. So what do we have to do? First of all, we have to make this continuous, only then we can proceed. So in order to make this continuous, let's just do one thing. From the lower limit, we'll be subtracting 0.5. From the lower limit, we'll be subtracting 0.5 and in the upper limit, we'll be adding 0.5. So with this, the table we'll be getting as the table will be converted in this form. Number of mangoes, this will be x, then we have frequency or number of boxes, this value will be fi. In the lower limit we will be subtracting 0.5. So this becomes 49.5 and in the upper limit we are adding 0.5. So this becomes 52.5. Similarly here it becomes 52.5 to 55.5. Next will be 55.5 to 58.5. The next value will be 58.5 to 61.5. And the last will be having 61.5 to 64.5. So this will be the new class intervals and the frequency remains the same: 15, 110, 135, 115 and 25. Now see again, we have to find the mean. So what method can we imply? See, the data values are large enough here, so we can either apply the assume mean method or we can also apply the step deviation method. First of all, let us find out the mid values. Mid values, that is xi. Mid value is what? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So here we will be getting the mid value as 51. Next will be 54, then 57, then 60 and then 63. So these are our mid values. Let us assume 57, this to be our assumed mean. This is a, let a equal to 57. So we are considering a to be 57. Next we will be having the deviation column di. Di is nothing but xi minus a. That means we have to subtract these, we have to subtract a equal to 57 from these values. So 51 minus 57 would be minus 3. This will be minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3 and 6. Okay. Next we can also consider ui. Ui is nothing but di upon the class interval h. What is the class interval here? The class interval is 3. So when we are dividing all these values by 3, we get minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So this is our table. Now also we have to find the value of fi into ui. So we have to multiply the fi with this ui. 15 into minus 2 gives us minus 30. 110 into minus 1 gives us minus 110. 135 into 0 gives us 0 only. 115 into 1 gives us 115. 25 into 2 gives us 50. Now we have to find the sum of this thing. This will be summation fi ui, and also we need to find the sum of the frequency column, that is summation fi. Summation fi we'll get as 400. And summation fi ui we'll get as 25. When we add all of these values, this will be equal to 25. Okay. Now, in order to calculate the mean, we know mean by the step deviation method is equals to assumed frequency plus h into summation fi ui upon summation fi. This is the formula for mean using the step deviation method. A we considered 57 plus h is 3. The size of our class interval is 3. Then summation fi ui we have 25 and summation fi we have 400. When we solve this, we'll finally get the answer 57.18. This implies this is our mean and our final answer. So this was question number 5. Question number 6. In the question number 6, we have been given this table, daily expenditure in rupees and number of household. This implies 4 households have daily expenditure between 100 to 150. 5 have between 150 to 200, 12 have between 200 to 250, 2 have between 250 to 300 and 2 households have their daily expenditure between 300 and 350. Okay, and we have to find the mean daily expenditure. So first of all, see here the data values are continuous, so we do not have to change it. In the next, we have to find the mid value. Mid value we are denoting with xi. Okay, how do we find the mid value? In order to find the mid value, we have to add these two and divide by 2. That means 100 plus 150 divided by 2. That will be 250 by 2, that is 125. So here we have the mid value as 125. 150 plus 200 by 2, that is 350 by 2, that will be 175. Then 200 plus 250 by 2, that is 450 by 2. This value has to be 225. Next we have 275 and then 325. So these are our mid values. Now as you can see, the mid values are very large enough, so we need to use the assumed mean method. So we are considering 225. This to be our assumed mean, or let A equals to 225. We are considering this as A. Next we have to find the deviation di. What is di? Xi minus A. That means xi minus A, that means we have to subtract 225 from all these values. 125 minus 225 will be minus 100. 175 minus 225 will be minus 50. 225 minus 225 will be 0. 275 minus 225 will be 50. And 325 minus 225 will be 100. Again, these values are also large. So, for the next step, we also have to find the ui. What is ui? Di upon h. H we have here, see, H is the size of the class interval. The class interval size here is of 50. Hence, we have to divide all of these values by 50. Minus 100 divided by 50 is minus 2. Minus 50 divided by 50 is minus 1. 0 divided by 50 is 0. 50 divided by 50 is 1. 100 divided by 50 is 2. So, these are our values for ui. Again, now we have to find the product of fi and ui. This means this is our fi and this is our ui column. So, we have to find the product of these two. 4 into minus 2 gives us minus 8. 5 into minus 1 gives us minus 5. 12 into 0 gives us 0. 2 into 1 gives us 2. 2 into 2 gives us 4. Now, we have to find summation fi ui. Also, we have to find summation fi. Summation fi is equals to 25 and summation fi ui is minus 7. So, these are our values. We know in the step deviation method, the formula to find the mean is assumed mean plus h into summation fi ui upon summation fi. Okay. So, therefore, x bar will be equal to a. What is the value of a here? 225. What is h here? 50. What is summation fi ui? Minus 7. Summation fi 25. So, this value becomes 225. We can cancel this. 2 into minus 7 gives us minus 14. Therefore, the mean comes out to be 211 rupees. Hence, the mean daily allowance of the households is rupees 211. This is our question number 6. Question number 7. In question number 7, this table has been given to us. This shows the concentration of SO2, sulfur dioxide, in parts per million. So, this is the class interval 0.00 to 0.04, 0.04 to 0.08, 0.08 to 0.12, 0.12 to 0.16, 0.16 to 0.20, 0.20 to 0.24. Okay, and this is the frequency. So, let us consider this value as x, this is fi. Okay, next we have to find the mid value. How do we find the mid value? Now, we have to find the mid values. We know how to find the mid values. We have done this so many times now. Mid value. We consider the mid value as xi. How do we find the mid value? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So, 0.00 plus 0.04 by 2 gives us 0.02. Here we will have 0.06. Here we will have 0.10, then 0.14, then 0.18, and the last will be 0.22. 0.22. These are our mid values. Again, see, we can consider 0.14 to be our assumed mean. We are considering 0.14 as our assumed mean here. So, let us write, let A equals to 0.14. Okay. In the next step, we have to find the deviation. How do we find the deviation? Deviation di is equals to xi minus A. That means we have to subtract this A from all of these values. So, 0.02 minus 0.14. This will give us minus 0.12. This will give us minus 0.08. This will give us minus 0.04. This will be 0. This will be 0.04. And then we have 0.08. Okay. So, these are our mid values. In the next step, we need to find fi into di. We are using the assumed mean method here. So, in the next step, Fi into Di. That means we have to multiply this column with this column. 4 into minus 0.12 will give us minus 0.48. 9 into minus 0.08 will be minus 0.72. 9 into minus 0.04 will be minus 0.36. 2 into 0 will be 0 only. 4 into 04 will be 0.16. 2 into this will be again 0.16. Okay. We have to find here summation Fi Di and also summation Fi. Summation Fi is equals to 30 and summation Fi Di, when we add all of these columns, we will get the value minus 1.24. So minus 1.24 is the value of summation Fi Di, and summation Fi, that is the sum of all the frequencies, is 30. Now we know the formula for mean by the assumed mean method is A plus summation Fi Di upon summation Fi. This is our formula. So here see, A we took 0.14. Summation Fi Di is minus 1.24 and summation Fi we have 30. On solving this, we will get the value as approximately 0.099 parts per million. So this is our mean concentration of sulfur dioxide from the given table. So in this, here we have applied the assumed mean method. Which method have we applied here? Here we have used the assumed mean method. So this was it for the 7th question.